Something strange had happened last week. Something both morally dubious, but also very entertaining, making you very uncertain as to what to make of it. Your parents owned a large property with both a hot spring and inn near a forest. On top of that, it had affordable prices. This had made your family quite influential and powerful. Your dad even struck a deal with a few hero agencies in the city to hold training camps and seminars there. Because of this, you were always on top of the current gossip, and even got into the prestigious UA high school, which conveniently was only an hour away from your home. So it was common for you to invite friends, and even more common for fellow students to come and relax. However, because of this, you accidentally found out that two boys in your class had a crush on you. The ever-so-popular Kirishima and the infamous Bakugou. Why you of all people? Well, you didn't know, but that didn't matter to you. The two boys had come up with both the worst and best idea they could think of, turning it into a competition. Luckily, you had heard everything, and you could play by its rules. Of course, the good thing to do was to either call this entire thing off, or end it by going for the boy you liked the most. But why spoil their, and most importantly, your fun? Especially since this competition didn't have any rules to speak of. So Kirishima stole a head start by asking you out on a date, before this little challenge even properly began. The date itself was nothing bad either. He had taken you to an amusement park by the harbor, and he even went ahead and spent 2 months' worth of pocket money on a claw machine to get you a unicorn plushie that had sparked your attention. Once he brought you home and left, you had quickly run into your bedroom to scream into your pillow. Why were you doing this? Why was this happening specifically to you? And why did you love it so much? It had been 2 weeks since then, the two boys being awfully nice to you, in ways you didn't expect. During physical training, Bakugou purposefully got beaten by you, and Kirishima almost forced you to make him carry your stuff. Funny enough, you didn't have the confidence to tell you why, so when Momo saw him carry your stuff, he had no way to refuse carrying her bags as well, creating a new tradition within Class 1A. Him carrying all the girls' bags. "Truth or dare?" shouted Mina all of a sudden as her bug had bitten her, granting her the attention of everyone in your class. It was 5 minutes before the first period, so your teacher hadn't shown up yet. The pink-skinned girl grinned. "Come on, guys, don't stare," she said before clapping her hands. "I believe this will be a great way to get to know each other better. I mean, everyone just hangs out in their respective groups, so a long game of Truth or Dare, spread across the entire school year, is perfect." You bit your lower lip. This had grown from a suggestion you had given her 2 days ago, and a wave of pleasure overcame you, as you now could harvest its fruits. "I like the idea," you said as you glanced over at Bakugou and Kirishima. The two boys angrily stared at each other before both stepped up and said, "We're in." Your heart jumped. This was so evil, you thought. But now, you can't take it back anymore. "So, who starts?" was their innocent question. "Minetta!" shouted Mina. "Truth or dare?" Momo visibly sighed in relief. The purple gremlin was taken off guard. "What did I do?" Mina snickered. "Nothing. Yet," was her only reply. Fine. There. I want you to put shock on Aizawa's chair." And the mad lad actually did it, kickstarting this game off. Everyone was involved. Both truths and dares were posted into group chat with Ida as its judge. Lucky for him, Ida being the judge meant he was the only one who wasn't asked to say or do anything. To manage a game of this size, the person chosen last would choose the next victim of the game, and after 2 weeks it seemed to have taken a very dark turn. The dares became more dangerous, and the truths more juicy. Not only that, small friend groups had been built, trying to outdare each other while protecting other own group members from anything going too far. At least they respected the game enough to not just throw truths or dares at the same 2 people. You yourself had joined into a small group made up of yourself, Bakugou, Kirishima, Mina, and Kaminari. So far, nobody pointed out the irony that the point of the game was to break friend groups and make everybody like each other more. But you didn't care. Maybe having Kaminari in your group, however, was a mistake. As during a study session with you and your group, he suddenly blurted out, "Truth or dare?" straight to your face. "Bro, we're studying," protested Kirishima. "So, it's a game. You gotta respect the game, man."
"Don't make her do or say anything stupid,"
growled Bakugou.
"Thought we're a group."
For a moment everyone was quiet. Tensions unreasonably high. With a soft smile you pulled out your phone, and so did Kaminari. "Truth or dare," he typed, in followed by your name, making the challenge official. "Dare," you typed. "I dare you to play 7 minutes in heaven with Bakugou." You squeaked in shock and almost threw your phone at him.
"What the hell?"
shouted Bakugou.
"You can't involve others in a dare, you moron!"
Kaminari shrugged and grinned. "Well, let's ask Ida." Silence. You glanced over at Bakugou. His head was red like a tomato. He knew he wanted these 7 minutes. But he needed to object. Otherwise, his crush on you would have gotten obvious to the others. "So?" asked Kaminari with a dopey smile. Bakugou didn't answer, but he grabbed his phone and sent the following message.
"I'll do it!"
Then he grabbed you by the hand. It wasn't a rough grip, yet he somehow managed to make his knuckles go white. "Is he going to kill her?" asked Mina while you were dragged outside by Bakugou. Next to the library was a janitor's closet, and there he quickly pushed you inside, leaving you with him in darkness. Please don't hurt me." You couldn't see, but you would hear him. And suddenly 2 fingers gently brushed under your chin.
"This is what you're supposed to do in a situation like this, right?"
he asked. It almost sounded like he was purring. Like a tiger or an equally big cat, but still purring. And your heart beat faster and faster. You could feel his warmth coming closer like a wall of flames. Not even Kirishima had dared to kiss you on your first date. She was clearly getting the upper hand right now. His breath tickled over your face. And then, for just a split second, the tips of your noses touched. Somehow you managed to not ruin this moment with an awkward joke. And a second later you were rewarded with something soft and warm pressing against your mouth. With his other hand he gently pushed you closer against him, making you feel his entire body press against yours. He was an amazing kisser. Not that you had anything to compare to. He didn't even push out his tongue. Not that you would have minded it. If you had known he was capable of such gentle and soft motions, you probably would have chosen him over Kirishima to begin with. A soft moan escaped you and he withdrew.
Sorry if I hurt you,
he muttered. No, you squeaked. I really like this. You couldn't see it, but he was smirking. He felt as if he just got ahead in the battle. But before you could go back at it, 2 knocks interrupted you too. Yo, 7 minutes are over, came Kaminori's voice with a chuckle.
Damn,
coughed Bakugou under his breath. And with that, you returned to the rest of the group. A weird silence having filled the room. You wondered if something may have happened during these 7 minutes. Sorry, by the way. I thought I had to outdo what Mineta made me do yesterday, said Kaminari. It's fine, but who goes next? You involve Bakugou, and I feel it would be unfair if you didn't get a reward for participating. Not like anything happened. Kaminari groaned. Seriously? Your eyes wandered over to Bakugou. He looked very relieved.
It's fine. Whatever.
A devious thought came to you, and you giggled. Kiri? Truth or dare? Bakugou's face turned to mild anger. Dare me, baby, he said challengingly. You snickered, and then typed into the chat. Is it against the rules to make the same dare again? Was your question.
Oh my god, holy shit!
Shouted Kaminari. From Mina only came an elongated oh, and Bakugou simply frowned. What's wrong, big guy? Laughed Kirishima, slapping his friend on the back. I thought nothing happened. You grinned. Yeah. Nothing happened.
I hate both of you,
muttered Bakugou. Then your phone beeped, signaling you received an answer. I allow it, read Ida's answer. This was followed by an explosion of reactions. Lucky, typed Mineta. I wish I knew this sooner, came from Ochako. Screw you, came from Jiro. And just a minute later, you found yourself inside the same closet you were in with Bakugou just mere moments ago. So, he said with a chuckle, I don't believe 1 second that nothing happened in here. It smells too much like sex in here. You giggled. Maybe, was your answer. He only laughed in reply. So, wanna make out? He said almost too happily. Very bold of you to say that, you said challengingly. Well, we did go on a date, he said with a playfully annoyed sigh. You grinned. Fine. Then come here, lover boy. Did this make you a slut? Who cares? If 2 of the hottest guys in your high school were falling for you, why not enjoy every little bit of it? With an almost sinful smile, he stepped closer to you, his arm snaking around your waist. You have no insecurities, do you? You asked. At first, yeah. Just follow my lead, huh? And then he awkwardly shoved you into him. He certainly was more rough than Bakugou. Hungrily he devoured your lips, not giving you a single moment to breathe. It was fantastic. From the moment his lips crashed onto yours, his tongue made its way into your mouth, and just as aggressively you pushed your own tongue past his teeth. The stubbles of his badly shaven face scratched against your soft skin as he firmly gripped the back of your head to keep you from escaping. Wet noises filled the closet, and you could feel your knees weakening. How were these two guys so good at this? Bakugou, soft and gentle like a summer breeze, and Kirishima, aggressive, demanding, like an exotic pet. You could no longer deny it. You wanted them both. No, you needed them. Both of them. You could never be happy with just one of them, and you could never be happy again without any of them either. This realization seemingly returned your own strength, giving you just enough energy for one last push against its unrelenting assault. And with a loud thud, both of you fell against the door. "Ah, holy shit!" cried out Kirishima, more of surprise rather than pain. Yeah, you groaned. "Sorry," you said. "No, it's fine. It's fine," he coughed. "I should be the one to say sorry." No, you thought. This really was not the moment for apologies.